Good morning, beautiful crafty people. Michelle here and welcome to my makery. Today I've got some things I really need to share. I've recently come to the conclusion that I have too many hobbies, not enough time, and as you can see from this disaster area that I'm currently in, not enough space for everything. Myself and my 3 boys, we live in a very small house. This space that I occupy here is what would in a normal house be your dining space, where your dining table would go. We have ours in the living room with the couch and everything so that I can have a dedicated space. Otherwise there is not room in the house, and the children already share rooms, so there's not enough room. I have a very tiny kitchen, and the other day I decided to buy a new refrigerator. That does not fit in the refrigerator space in my kitchen because, as I said, my kitchen is very small. Our current refrigerator is just not big enough, and so I need to put it slightly outside the kitchen and in the dining space, which is my craft space. So over here you see this set of shelves. Over next to the window, I can't. There we go. There we go. I did it. That set of shelves and set of drawers below is going to be removed, and that is where our new refrigerator is going to go. So I need to clear that space, but there is nowhere else in my tiddly little house for that stuff to go. So, and I do want to keep most of the stuff in there, so I need to get rid of some stuff from somewhere else. So, I have some shelves next to me here under this window. Excuse me. Oh. And I have the shelves behind me. The set of drawers and the shelves there, and that is my space. And I do have a small set of shelves in front of me here, and a rolling cart next to me. I also have in my bedroom 4 80-litre tubs full of yarn, 2 full of fabric, another 2 full of other bits and bobs and things. So I need to clear out some things, and some stuff has got to give. So I'm going to focus on my first love, which was crochet, which I have not done for a very long time because I had some shoulder issues. I still have those issues, but they are not as bad as they were, and I am actually crocheting again, which is what I wanted to show you today. Excuse me, some things that I've been making. So I have the morning off today, so I'm just watching my kittens go down the driveway. I hope they're not going too far. I have a few projects to share and a few other things to talk about. So another thing that's going to affect my crafting abilities is I've recently received a promotion at work, which will be, more money for my family, but I also have more responsibility and more working hours, so less time to craft. When I first got into crafting and my YouTube channel, I was a stay-at-home mum, so I had all the time in the world to do what I wanted craft-wise. Now I'm not, so I don't have all that time. And as I slightly mentioned on before, I think, or it might have been the first take for this video, which I completely screwed up, I have had some health and personal issues going on that have needed some attendance, and as I mentioned a few videos ago, I am trying to lose some weight to get to help with my health and longevity, because I want to stick around for a while, I don't know if it is outwardly visible, but I have lost, I went to the doctor yesterday, I've lost 18 kilos, which is just under 40 pounds, so yay me. I was very happy, especially when the doctor got me on the scales, and then she said, could you just jump back on me for a minute? I just want to double check, because she was like, that's a real significant weight loss. And I was like, yes, it is, and I'm brilliant. So I've been working really hard at that. Okay, so the first big decision I have made in my life is I've decided not to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator anymore. I do not have the time for it. I do not have the space for it in my life at the moment. So that's a big decision I've made. I apologise to the person who has joined Stampin' Up! As part of my team. I do apologise. I feel terrible leaving you as an orphan, but Jackie, who is my Stampin' Up! Upline, she will look after you, and she's very good at what she does. The next thing I want to mention is my Facebook business page. That has been stagnant for a very long time. It's called Michelle's Makery, and I have not posted anything on there in forever. I'm going to be posting things on there because in my pile of tubs of things that I have stacked in my bedroom, I have an entire tub full of hats, cowls, shawls, baby blankets that I have made that are just sitting there and have been sitting there for years. So I'm going to start listing them on my Facebook business page so people can see what they are. And because with my new job, I'm only going to be working one weekend a month, I'm going to be able to attend some markets. So we'll be selling some items at markets. If there's anything you see put on my Facebook page that you are interested in, please do direct message me through that page and let me know. I will put prices. They will all be in New Zealand dollars. If you want to buy something from a different country, and do take into consideration international shipping is very expensive. I will get the best quote I can for you, but also the bonus there is New Zealand dollars is generally a lot less than American dollars or even Australian dollars. So when your money is converted, you get a lot more for your money. Right, so that's one thing, and I covered the markets. The next thing I want to show you is I did get a Hobie order. I recorded it, and I don't know what I did with it, with the recording. It just went... So I just want to show you. I don't know what I've done with my invoice. I did buy everything on sale. And I do know that Jennifer from Cinnamon Stitches has shown this yarn and even this particular colour, which is absolutely beautiful. Now this is their summer limited edition, Twister Summer, and it's a limited edition yarn. It's currently on special at the moment, but I think for $21, and I'm not sure if I paid that or if I paid less. This is 55 cotton and 45 acrylic. This colour here is called, what have I done with it? Oh, it's number 1. The colour is number 1. And this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it is a spun yarn, so it's not the multiple strands. And this is so soft, like super gorgeous, so soft. So I got that. And then I got another one, which is unfortunately for you people who may go, oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. This one is no longer in stock. But this is yarn number 5. And that is beautiful. There we go. Look, take a look at that beautiful, beautiful yarn. They do have a gorgeous easy centre pull, which is amazing. Yeah, colour number 5. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. So I think I just got those 3 and then those 2, and then I ordered the $40 yarn cake, mystery bag. And unfortunately, I mean, not really unfortunately, but I did get all the ones with the black on the outside. So this one, it's beautiful, but I really don't know how I'm going to do with the black. And because it is these 4 piddly little strands of black, so I haven't tried to use it yet. It does have a centre pull, but mine's coming apart because they don't have labels on, so I might have to wrap some paper around that just so that it doesn't fall apart. Oh, and as everything in my house does, it has already attracted some cat hair, even though it's been in the bag. If anybody doesn't know, I am working on my Crazy Cat Lady apprenticeship. I currently have about 10, no sorry, we just discovered 2 kittens. So we have 12 cats now. So anyway, I have this one, as I said, Crystal at Bag O' Day calls it the Freddie cake because it reminds her of Freddie Mercury. So I got that yellow one, and then I got this beautiful, it's blue, but it looks purple on my camera, but it is definitely blue, but like a deep royal blue, and that's really nice. Excuse my sniffing, I'm sorry. I think it's allergies, even though it is like it is winter in New Zealand because we're in the southern hemisphere, and well, I suppose it's not really winter yet, but it's the end of autumn. And look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I love this one. This one is gorgeous. It's this beautiful turquoise. But as I said, I'm unsure, really unsure on the black on the outside because I don't like working with black because I can't see the stitches. And then there's this one as well, which is like an even more beautiful turquoisey jadey colour. And then, yeah. So those are the 4 cakes that I got in my $40 mystery bag. And then I got some free stitch markers. So $40 mystery bag, and this is 40 American dollars, okay, not 40 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what the conversion is at the moment because it changes all the time. But I know those shadow cakes are on special at the moment. Well, they were when I went on Hobie yesterday. They were on sale for 12 or 14 American dollars each, so they still worked out cheaper. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. So that was one of my acquisitions. Another thing I got recently, hang on a second, was my Mother's Day present from my beautiful boys, and it is a yarn bowl. I've wanted a yarn bowl for so long. Now this one is a really great size. I'll just take my yarn out of there that I'm working on. Working with, sorry, not working on. This is a really great size. I'll show you. It fits a cake. Look at this, with room to spare. So your yarn's not going to come out of there in a hurry. And it's, yeah, so I'm in love with that. And with that, I got 3 balls of this yarn, which is Yarn Art Ocean in this beautiful colour. And this is 20% wool, 80% acrylic, 100 grams, 180 meters. And they say here that it is a fine number 5. How does that work? Okay. Anyway, so I got this yarn, and this is available in my local little yarn store. And I made myself something with the first ball, and I've got this much left. So with that first ball, I made myself a pair of fingerless mitts, but I've taken them apart because I didn't like them, because I just kind of boogied the pattern up myself, just made them, don't like them, so tried to take it apart. Let me tell you, this yarn is really unfroggable. I love it, the yarn, but trying to pull this apart, it's not happening. Anyway, so that's my yarn bowl, and my yarn I got for Mother's Day, which I actually didn't get on Mother's Day. I got it quite a bit later. Right, so while we're here with this bag in my lap, I want to share with you a blanket I'm working on. Now this blanket first caught my notice on Debbie the Canadian Crocheter's channel. She was working on one, and she's fallen in love with the pattern. She's made a couple now, but this pattern is by Olga Poltava, on YouTube, and she's originally from the Ukraine. So if you buy her pattern on Ravelry, the proceeds go to help her family that is still in the Ukraine, which I think is brilliant. So this is the pattern so far. Isn't this beautiful? I have had so many people, because I take this to work on, because it's still not that big, and while I'm in the break room working on it at lunchtime, people are like, oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. So this is it. Sorry, it's really blowing out. But you use 2 separate yarns. It's called the 2 colour granny, or have I written it down anywhere? No, of course I haven't. Okay, so I'm using Mandala Cake in the colourway, I think it's Gnome, and then I'm just using a navy blue acrylic, DK acrylic with it. And look at that. Look at that. Oh, there goes my hook. But I'm just about at the end of the first mandala cake now. And this is a rectangle blanket. Gorgeous. If I could do anything different, I would do this starting bit here in the mandala cake, so you didn't get this big piece of blue. But that would be the only thing I would do different. It is such a gorgeous pattern, and it works up relatively fast. I just haven't worked on it at all in the last week or so, because I've just had so much going on, and I've been working on other things, and I haven't actually had time in my lunch breaks because I've been having different appointments and things to do. So, oh dear. Right. So that is that. That's a work in progress. I want to show you a couple of things I've finished. Okay. Now, if you've watched me before, my crochet videos, etc., you know that I'm not fantastic at weaving in ends. So this still isn't woven in. I have this. But this is all that was left of this beautiful cake of yarn. Now, this is a beautiful shawl I have made for a co-worker who is retiring in a couple of months. Isn't this gorgeous? This yarn is from Ice Yarns, but I have seen similar stuff on other yarn company websites. Like I've seen this on Yarn Street. And this is a beautiful mohair blend. But it's gorgeous. And the shawl pattern, did I write it down? No. Okay, I will, if I find it, or if I remember, oh, hang on, I have a notebook. Where I've been writing down it is the Sweet Cherry Wine shawl from Bag O' Day, shawl number 499. And the yarn I used was Ice Yarns Cakes and Mohair, which is 20% wool, 20% mohair, and 80% premium acrylic. It is a 150 gram cake, and it's 810 meters. So as I said, from that 810 meters, I have probably 2.5–3 meters left. I used the rest of it, but it is beautiful, and it's a gorgeous lightweight shawl because my co-worker is retiring to the beach, and I just thought a nice lightweight shawl would be perfect on a summer evening to just put over her shoulders when she's sitting out by the beach. So that's one finished object. I just do need to weave in those ends, and that's all ready to go. This next one also is, this one was, I just wanted to try this pattern to see if it was suitable for this, yeah, you know, to be made into the gift for my co-worker. But I used 4 Seasons Stallion Pancake yarn from Spotlight, which I think it's discontinued. I bought it all on clearance. Now this is bright, so you might need some sunglasses or turn your eyes away. And it's massive. Like, I got really carried away with this one, I think. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. So it's really bright, and it's way over my wingspan. But then I'm not that tall. I'm only 5'5", so it's easily over 6 foot in wingspan. And this was the Bag O' Day shawl, Easy Ladies shawl wrap. I used 2 full cakes of the Stallion yarn, plus the centre of 2 others. Like, because it is a multi-coloured cake yarn, I did pull the centre out of a couple of other cakes so I could use the colours. I've written down here, Easy Shawl, didn't like the border. Okay, it's a ruffle border, so it's just, you know, extra stitches around. I think I just didn't like it because I made it so big, there was just so many extra stitches. You know, you finish your shawl and you're like, yay, I'm done, just got to do the border, and then the border takes you nearly as long as the blinking shawl did. So yeah, next time I do a shawl like this in this open weave, I might try the one everyone's been doing from Hooked by Robin that has the border in the pattern. Might give that a go and see how that works out. But I mean, this is gorgeous. It is beautiful, and I have had comments on the colorways. People are like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm like, okay. I do like the green and the purple together, even the blue, but the red just kind of throws me. I'm not a red fan. So anyway, that's project number 2 finished. Oh, that's finished. I'll put that. That is for no particular reason or no particular purpose. I just wanted to try the pattern, and then decided that no, I wasn't going to make that pattern out of the beautiful mohair yarn. I was going to do something else, which is why I chose then the Sweet Cherry Wine pattern, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I did think of putting, sorry, I have yarn fibres in my mouth. I did think of putting a nice little scalloped edge on it or something, but as I said, I only had a couple of meters of yarn left. I do have another cake, but I thought if I can get a whole shawl out of one cake, I'm going to use that other cake for another shawl at some stage. Okay, so I did also make a Lovey. And this is using Zelda NRJ's tutorial. It's just a granny square over a hair tie, and it goes around a soft toy. Ends. I know, I'm terrible. These little toys I got real cheap at Easter because they came in a box with a little egg. I gave the eggs away and kept the little toys. And then I do have one other that I made. This is for my son's girlfriend, because she sometimes, oh, sorry, I turn away and the world goes cuckoo. She needs cuddle, so I made her this bunny. Well, I didn't make the bunny, I'm not that clever. I bought the bunny, and I've made this little blanket to go over the bunny. Now she does have a little scalloped edge on her, so yeah, so there's that. What else have I been working on? I'm also making this blanket. This one is going to be donated. It's a charity blanket. My charity project for the year is called Foster Hope, which is a New Zealand charity, and it supports children going into the foster care system, and it gives them something that's theirs. You know, because a lot of children going into foster care, they arrive with pretty much nothing. So Foster Hope asks for donated blankets and other items to give to the children, so they have a comfort item that's just for them. So this is my blanket I'm working on at the moment. It's just a rectangle granny blanket. It's currently not that big, but I only have one ball of the yarn left. I'm at the end of this ball. This is Ice Yarns and Favourite. I think Favourite Magic or something along those lines. I bought it years ago. There will be an Ice Yarns haul somewhere, yarn fibres or cat hair, one or the other, somewhere way back in my history, there will be an Ice Yarns order. Not 100% wrapped with the pooling, but it's a blanket. So there's that. Another thing is I have been making squares. I don't know where I've put them because I'm going to be putting them all together to make another blanket as well, or hopefully more than one blanket, as I have put the call out at work to see if anybody else would like to make some blankets to go, not some blankets, rewind, some squares to go into my blankets to be donated to these children who are going into foster care. I always wanted to foster children because I have so much love to give. And I have 4 children of my own and always thought I would want more. But then circumstances have been against me. Then becoming a single parent and having 2 children on the autistic spectrum kind of makes it a bit hard to bring other children into the home. And now that we're in this tiny little house, we just don't have the room. So I'm doing what I can to help these children that need some love from some people. They need to know someone gives a shit. Sorry for my language, but you know, I'm quite passionate about this. So I've put the call out at work to see if anyone else wants to make me some squares. I've had some wonderful people donate me some yarn. I've had some people bring in bags of squares that they've just had sitting around, which is great, but they're not the size that match with my blanket. So I wanted 8-inch squares in any size. So if anyone out there wants to send me a square, just message me and I'll give you my contact information. And I would really appreciate it. Just 1 square so I can add it to my blanket. And yeah, if you want your details to be known, let me know, because when I send in the blankets, I do want to put who contributed to each blanket so that these children can know that there are people out there that care about them. Okay, so moving on. I have a bit of a screw up I thought I would share with you. Now there is a moral to my story. Right. Now I was just about finished another shawl. And I was just doing the single crochet around the edges, and then I was going to do a shell border. I was doing the single crochet around and I thought, that side doesn't quite seem as long as that side, and because I'd been doing it on my lap, so I hadn't actually stretched it out for a while to have a look at it. So I stretched it out, and oh my goodness, I could not believe it. Sorry, made the lights go hoo-hoo again. The top was nice. That side was lovely. This side, so the top went meep, and then the side went meep. I don't know what I'd done. Somewhere along the line I had missed a few stitches, or just one here and there, but it had brought the whole thing in, and instead of going like that, it went so I had to pull, and it kind of all buckled and boofed in the middle, you know, so I had to pull the whole thing back, right back to this, okay. So this is what I undid, because as I said, I was nearly finished. So this is like a cake and a half of yarn balled up. So the moral of my story is to not watch Mary Poppins while you're crocheting, because I got so invested in watching Mary Poppins. I love Mary Poppins. This was actually, I was watching Mary Poppins Returns, which I had not seen before, and I love Lin-Manuel Miranda, so I was watching, and I thought, you know, I can't really screw this up because it's just the granny merge. I think that's what it is. Let's have a look here in my notebook. Did I not write this one in? Come on, Michelle. I don't know. The Granny Merge Shawl by Fibre Spider. Okay, so it's just the Granny Merge Shawl, which is beautiful. And it has like your 3 rows of granny and then your 3 rows of double crochet. 3 rows of granny. I thought, I can't screw that up while I'm watching a movie. You know, easy peasy. Apparently not. Apparently I must have been missing the last stitch at the end, or I was doing something wrong, and so instead of growing outwards, it was starting to curve inwards, starting to curve. So I yeah, had to pull that right back. I can't think of anything else I need to share with you today. I appreciate you for hanging around and watching. I will put any pattern links that I mentioned in the description box below. I will also, anything that I've mentioned I'll put below. And as I said, if you would like to send me a square, it can be knitted or crocheted or loom knitted, whatever, just 8 inches preferably. Thank you very much. Out of a machine washable yarn would be great. And just contact me, just message me, and I'll get back to you. I will put my email address in the description box below as well. So thank you everybody for watching. Take care, stay safe. Bye bye.